Hello folks, Jerry and welcome back to RacingGamerSlovenia, and today we are going to be taking a look at the newly released Renault 5 Turbo, which is currently available in the showroom for 78 gems, but that's because, it's been less than 24 hours since this was released, so it should be 156 gems when, this video is up. Anyways, well, this is basically the unwrapped version of the Renault 5 Race Edition, which, is actually the fastest A-class car. However, I have a question for Glue developers. Why? I'm sure that they could release something that screamed less, of a filler than this because, mate, it's a fucking hot hatch from the 1980s. I don't think really anyone asked for this, so, I'm obviously not a really huge fan of the Renault 5 Turbo Race Edition, mainly because, I don't know, I just don't really like the looks of it, to be honest. Plus, it's actually a pain in the ass to drive, at least for me. But still, I gave this car a shot, and I really don't see any purpose as to why this was released to the game. Because it's mattable. There's one thing. I guess you might as well take a look at the cars. Obviously, you can paint it, which the other car could be force painted as well. So there's that. I don't know. I guess that, some of the colors that, scream 80s more actually kind of fit on the car. For example, this, I don't know, it fits on the car decently well. The stock rims, these ones, obviously put matte white on the car because it looks clean. I kind of like the looks of it. I mean, these cards were actually super common over here, and I don't mean the turbo version, but just, the normal Renault 5, which, okay, those were, super budget cards, and they were super common in, this part of Europe. But, anyway, let's go to the max up real quick. So this car maxed at 1658, so it's basically just one of the, many B-class cars, which, top out at 1658, same as the Buick GNX, the Hyundai Genesis, the BMW 435i, and so many more. Like, I really don't see why this car was released to the game at all. And, driving is not too great either, but we're gonna get to that eventually. Still, I am sure that Glue could actually release, a car that, would serve better purpose than this one. So, I don't know. Still, this car is super light, actually. It gets most of its actual performance points from the NOS, and, I think when you put NOS on the car, it fucking bumps the rating by, like, 20 when you max out the NOS parts. I tried it out, it was pretty interesting. Anyway, yeah, this car obviously low on power, but it's also super light, so there is that. Okay, so it really didn't raise the Renault 5 Race Edition too much up to this point, but I do know how to drive it, and this car is actually not too difficult to drive either. It actually launches pretty similar to the Camaro Z28. I guess you might as well, hop on a run and see how it performs. So as you guys were able to see, this car is 1658 maxed, and its current world record after being out for 24 hours is 8.870 or something like that. So I actually never really managed to get close to that, so I'm assuming that the problem is shifting. However, the launch is actually pretty similar to the AMG GT, which I uploaded a review of that a couple of days ago, so that's pretty similar. Basically, it's as soon as the first light comes on, and it's actually pretty tricky to get, but once you get used to it, you will be able to get pretty easily, so there is that. However, the shifting, I'm not really sure, because on the actual Renault 5 Turbo Race Edition, the shifting wasn't constant. You actually had to, shift at different points in each, shift. And this one, that might be the case with this one as well, because Renaults are tricky like that, I guess. Still, I actually realized that shifting early is optimal, and I believe that shifting at around 6.2k is definitely gonna bring you into those 8-second runs which you want. Now this car really hasn't been out for long, so I'm not really sure what the actual world record is going to turn out to be, but I'm assuming that, after a couple of days this car will be completely forgotten, because it's not really, it doesn't have any special features, it doesn't look too brilliant in my opinion, so it's overall a pretty average car. I think that this is, you know, just gonna end up being one of those cars which you're only gonna race if it's gonna be for like a turf event or something. So not really a huge fan of it. Still, I would love to hear your opinion on this car. Please let me know in the comment section below. Well, you know, if you're watching this on PC or whatever. Anyways, my name is Jerry. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.